Jobling, the accidental author, and I'm incredibly excited to be speaking to an amazing, amazing person who has just published. It's actually her second book, but it's a very, very exciting time, and she's a wonderful lady. And I just want to say welcome and congratulations to Dr. Janice Cover. Hello, Janice.
Hey, Andrew, how are you? Before we go into further discussions, I have to thank you for helping me along this journey. It has meant the world to know that you were there every step of the way, giving me tips, giving me encouragement, allowing me to read some of your books. And that gave me a sense of relief and enhanced my writing skills. So thank you.
You're welcome, Janice. And you're holding your book up while you're talking, which is wonderful. So just, I guess, a bit of background for people that are watching this. So Janice and we connected, I don't know, probably around close to 10 years ago, I think, when Janice started accessing my online program. And through that journey, she wrote and self-published her first book, which we'll talk about in a second. And then we reconnected, I don't know, Janice, was it probably about 2 or 3 years ago now?
Yes, 3 years.
3 years ago when I encouraged Janice to let's go again, and because I know she didn't get the results she wanted with her first book. And this is an amazing, exciting time because Janice has just published the book Teachers Are Burdened. And I know she'll explain more about the book when we start talking. But firstly, Janice, I just want to say congratulations again on the release of Teachers Are Burdened.
Thank you, Andrew. It has been a long journey both professionally and personally. I've had to overcome a whole lot behind the scenes that slowed me down sometimes, that gave me a reason to pause sometimes, to step back for a moment, to jumpstart, to slow down, and to keep going. But it's finally done, and I feel amazing. And more importantly, I am so pleased that I'm able to share once again a journey of my professional and personal life with teachers globally.
Yeah, wonderful. And I know you've got an incredible passion for what you do and for the content of your book. So before we, there's lots I want to ask you, Janice, and discuss with you, because you are an incredibly inspiring lady, and there are things that we'll talk about. But first and foremost, let's talk about the book. Let's just talk about the book, Teachers Are Burdened. What is it? Who's it for? Why did you write it? What are you planning to do with it?
Okay. Well, I have been an educator for over 4 decades. I started my career in Jamaica and moved to the United States, and along the way, moved up the career ladder from being a teacher to an administrator, school level and district administrator. The interesting thing about my journey is that along the way, I've worked in different countries. I've worked in 3 different countries. I have worked with people of all ages. I have served in very diverse populations. And those experiences have given me a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge about the challenges that teachers face, because I face those challenges. And what the research shows that many teachers leave the classroom within the first 3 years of starting. And so my goal was to try to help teachers to understand that if they just hang in there and use some of these tips in this book, they will meet the kind of success, even though success is relative. They will meet the kind of achievements, they will have the kind of achievements that I had over my career, moving from a classroom teacher to being an assistant superintendent in the 11th largest school district in the United States.
Wow. Fantastic. And so, Janice, the book is for obviously teachers. Who else is the book for? Is it for parents? Is it for educators? Is it for schools? Is it for governing bodies? Who can value from the book?
Right. The book is for anyone who wants to improve both personally and professionally. And because I teach and because I come from a teacher world, then I focus on how teachers can help their students while they help themselves. See, teachers have a lot of guilt when they try to take care of their own selves in order to help children, in order to help parents. So the book will bring an awareness to all stakeholders, teachers, parents, the policymakers, about the struggles that teachers go through, and if some help can be given as to how to support teachers along the way, then I think we'll be able to retain more teachers and have happy teachers in classrooms, because happy teachers make happy and successful children.
It's so true. I mean, I do a lot of stuff in schools, not a teacher, but I go in and speak to a lot of students, and I deal with teachers, and they are in Australia, they're under incredible stress, and I would imagine it's the same all around the world. The demand of teachers, and they're really not prepared or equipped, probably in their training, or even when they get thrown into a new school, they're not really nurtured or equipped. It's like, here you go, you're in, go and teach these kids, and it's such a powerful responsibility, isn't it? I mean, as kids, we all remember teachers that we loved and we hold very dear to our hearts and who had a positive influence in our lives. But we also remember teachers that, I still remember back in elementary school, teachers say to me, "Why aren't you more like your brother?" And I was probably at the age 7 or 8 years old, and I remember that now, nearly 50 years later.
Right.
So you remember the positive and the negative, so the better teachers can understand and love what they do, obviously the greater impact they're going to have on not just the kids, but the whole ripple effect that will have.
Absolutely. Teaching changes generations. It impacts families forever. And so the more positive a classroom is, then the more positive outcomes we will have, not just for the immediate, but for generations to come. And when we're talking about maintaining democracy, then we know that education is the key to maintaining structure in societies and helping people understand how to take responsibility in societies. Amen. So yes, teachers carry a lot of burden.
They do. And it's not just teachers in schools. I mean, I would imagine, university lecturers and professors, speakers and nurturers and coaches and mentors, and anyone that's in that space of dealing with a group of people, whether it's kids, teenagers, or adults. I could imagine the book would be great value for anyone in that, I guess, position of leadership.
Yes, and one of the many things I've done in my career is I am also a college professor. And so I see that even at the college level, teachers want this kind of information because the students want the support from teachers. So it covers all aspects of education.
That sounds wonderful. So the book sounds amazing, Janice, and I know people watching this, a lot of the people watching this are going to go, yep, I need to get that book. So we'll talk about how to get it shortly. But let's go back now, because obviously this has been a path you've been on for a while. So you wrote a book that you self-published. When was that published?
In, let's see, November, that was 6 years ago.
Okay, so you self-published, what now?
2013. 2013.
Okay, so 7 years ago now.
7 years ago.
As we are in early 2020 as we speak.
Yeah.
Just for people that might be watching this in the future sometime. And what was that one called?
It was called 7 Insider Secrets. Transform your low-performing elementary school and score an A in record time.
Which is, I mean, you really look at that title and you go, wow, I mean, any elementary school would want that, surely. But you struggled a little bit with that one, didn't you, in terms of getting it out there, selling it, getting the message out there?
Yes.
Why do you think that was?
Primarily because I was trained to teach children how to read. As I was sharing with somebody today, I can teach a stone how to read, but marketing is not my strength. And so I believe that's one of the reasons why it did not do as well, because that book really was like an action, a research project that I did as principal that turned around a school. And yes, there are schools that tried pieces of the reform model and made a difference in their school.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's a marketing of it that did not do well.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the reality of self-publishing, which you learnt the hard way, that, you know, it's all, if you want to sell your book, it's up to you, whether you like it or good at it, got time to do it or not. So then we started working on this book about 3 years ago. And you've been through, wow, I can't, some of the stuff you've been through. I remember one conversation we had, one Skype we had when you were in the middle of, I think it was a hurricane.
Hurricane, yes.
Like, and for you guys watching this, you know, a hurricane's a reasonable excuse to cancel a mentoring session, you know, you would think. But no, Janice said, no, I'm going to keep this mentoring session. She's hunkered down in a basement somewhere had to evacuate her house, was in the basement somewhere, and we still had a mentoring session about her book. And so that was one of the challenges. And I know you've had health issues, family health issues, and a whole range of things that have happened. So Janice, tell me, with all these things going on and reasons and justifications why it would be real easy to give up, what kept you going?
One is fulfilling my purpose. I am a purpose-driven person. And so I never believe in stopping halfway. I always try to complete a task. It may not get completed in the time frame that I want to, but I complete a task. And the other is to continue to live my purpose. As I stated in Teachers Are Burden, one of the early chapters, I was born to teach. And so whether I am teaching in a classroom or whether I am teaching through my books, then I feel that I'm still contributing to the world of teaching. I'm still trying to improve lives through teaching.
Wonderful. And that's the power of purpose, isn't it? I mean, purpose and part of what I do every day is trying to help people discover and identify and follow their purpose. It'll get you through pretty much anything, right? It'll get you through a hurricane. It'll get you through self-doubt. It will get you through challenges and obstacles and roadblocks and health issues and financial issues and whatever. Purpose will keep you going, which is wonderful. So you're amazing. Yeah, you're an amazingly inspiring lady, Janice. So now you've got the book. What's different now than with the first book? And tell me what's going to happen. What's your vision with this?
Well, I am preparing myself to do much more marketing, to use technology more, to get the word out through not only technology, but word of mouth, talk to people I know, networking on a greater scale than I did with the first book. And I've already contacted several places. As a matter of fact, I have an appointment for March the 10th, 2020, to speak at a local university. Wonderful. And a local bookstore has agreed to do a signing. The Barnes and Noble, they have agreed. And I have an organization, the Arts Garage, they have agreed to do a signing as well. So I am trying my best to be the publicist that I was not in the first
Well,
book.
it sounds like you're in a different place now, Janice. But also, I think probably now you're clear on your purpose. Sounds like it to me than where you were with the first one. And you know, the thing about marketing and promoting your book, you know, to me, I don't ever feel like I'm marketing or promoting my book. I'm just trying to get this amazing message out, and you're doing the same. So when it comes to that passion of I've got this message, I want to get it out there, then it's not marketing. It's just looking for avenues and platforms and way you can do it. So wonderful, Janice, absolutely wonderful. So tell me, where to from here?
Well, I have already created a PowerPoint that I will take with me on the road when I literally go on the road. I have looked at conferences. I've written the dates of conferences, so I will begin to apply to be a speaker or a presenter at conferences. And I spoke to someone, talked to someone in Jamaica, where I'm from, about that she runs a private university there, and she has agreed to do a signing in Jamaica as well. So I'm really excited about where I go from here. I feel much more confident today than I did 6 years ago.
Wonderful.
Or 7 years ago.
And your next book, I'm sure you'll be starting that very soon as well. We'll talk about that.
We will.
So, Janice, if people want to get your book or contact you, how do they do that?
Well, the book is on Barnes & Noble and the Amazon online sites. And of course, people who are local, I have been mailing books like crazy. And I've sold several books. And what is also very amazing, I did not realize that the hardcover book would sell as much as it is being sold right now. So I'm glad that there are the choices, the soft cover and the hardcover.
Wonderful.
Because I have friends who have said, no, I have to get a hardcover book. And,
it's just a bit more, it's got a bit more substance to it, hasn't it? And do you have a website?
I do. It is www.drjanicecover.com.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Janice, thank you so much for your time today. I'm so proud of what you've achieved, and I know it's going to be an incredible success because there is no one I have more faith and belief in terms of following through and getting the results and making a difference than you. So congratulations. And I know it's going to be an incredible success. I look forward to hearing all the wonderful stories that come from this.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay,
and we'll be talking soon. Okay,
we will.
bye-bye.
See you later.
Okay, bye.